Hello and welcome to Waverley. Today we're going to visit what remains of the very first Cistercian monastery in the British Isles. You should be in the car park. Walk over to the gate leading onto the site. As you step through this gate and continue walking, you'll catch a first glimpse of this exceptional place. The Cistercians were indeed extraordinarily successful. Within 50 years of their first monastery being founded in France, more than 300 abbeys had sprung up all across Europe, among them Waverley in 1128. Keep walking through two more sets of gates. As you turn left, you'll approach the abbey. Our next stop is just in front of the next English Heritage Information Panel. We're now facing the monastery. Directly in front of us here stood the Abbey Church. You have to imagine that you're facing it from one side, a long horizontal building. To the left was the east end, the area where the high altar was located, and to the right, the west end. You can still see the corner of the west end of the church from here, two walls standing at a right angle. Have a look at the reconstruction drawing on the panel on the right. Now walk towards the tallest pieces of surviving masonry here, till you feel you're inside this relatively well-preserved area. Stand facing the section of remaining wall where there are two tall stumps of masonry. This part of the church was the south transept. The south and north transepts are the two side areas of a church that make its floor plan look like a cross. You can see the remaining walls of the north transept to the right. Step back into the cloister now and walk on towards the building with the three tall windows. Try to imagine that the area on your left would have been full of buildings. Walk out of this space now, then turn left. You're now following a wall. This is the south wall of the cloister, and it was the back wall of various buildings. Most prominent among these was the monks' refectory. Stretching away from us to the right, it was a long rectangular building where the monks ate their one principal meal each day. Walk on and into the next building, the best preserved on the site. This is the lay brothers' dormitory. The lay brothers, or conversi, converts, were men who lived and worked in the monastery without being monks in the full sense. You may think that it also had a fireplace, but this is, in fact, a later addition. There are also several pillboxes on the site, small brick-built structures. As you leave, you'll be able to see one from the car park. And it is with this much more recent history that we'll end our tour of Waverley.